Seeing most repeated questions in the uh, communication chapter, paper 1. So without any delay, let's go further. So these are most 10 repeated questions in the communication chapter. It's not all about the questions, it is about the concepts also that must be repeating, that are repeating in a over a period of time. So I have collected all the papers from 2015 to 2025. So from that, so what are the most repeating questions? These are those most repeating questions. So let us go for it. The first question is 25 times it's been repeated. That is most frequently asked question. This is characteristics of effective communication. So you must be going with the characteristics of effective communication in your mind. So which of the following is characteristics of effective communication? So clarity, competency, concise, all of the above is the right answer. So this is what we are calling it as 7 C's of communication. So 7 C's of communication. Don't forget about this 7 C's of communication before going to attend the NET exam. So first one is clarity. Second one is completeness, conciseness, correctness, concreteness, courtesy, and consideration of receivers. So these are the 7 C's of communication. And then next, communication is a two-way process. It's also we have to go through, and feedback is essential, and mutual understanding is also essential. And the next question, which is very important, is it's repeated 24 times over 2015 to 2025. In these 10 years, over different shifts, it has repeated 24 times. So the sequence of communication process is very important. We know that sender receiver message channel feedback, sender message channel receiver feedback. This is the right answer. So sender message channel receiver feedback, so we have to understand that. So there is extended communication model: sender, encoding, channel message, decoding, receiver feedback. So encoding and decoding are the two things which add up in the extended model of communication. So that also you have to understand. So models of communication, that sequence you have to remember and go before going to attend the exam. So sender, external model of encoder, message, channel, decoder, receiver, feedback, noise. Okay. And the next important part of this communication is types and classification of communication. So types and classification of communication we have to see. Uh, that also repeated 24 times, most repeated question. So communication can be classified as formal, informal, verbal. So all of the above is the right answer. There is different types: formal, informal communication, verbal, non-verbal communication, upward, downward, and horizontal communication is there. So where it's been using, that also you have to understand. So verbal communication, non-verbal communication, speaking, writing, gestures, facial. Formal and informal is official and casual. Upward communication is employee to superior, superior to subordinate. So this they will ask sometimes direct questions on this. So that's why it is very important. So intrapersonal, interpersonal, group communication, and mass communication based on the participation. This is the different classification of communications. Okay, these also very important. And next one is 24 times asked, that is barriers of effective communication. So barriers of effective communication. Which of the following is a barriers of effective communication? Clear language assistant noise. So option noise is the right answer for this. So physical, there are what are the communication barriers? Physical barrier, semantic barrier, psychological barrier, organizational barrier, and cultural barrier. So before going to write the exam, so think of these communication barriers as well. And next one is effective classroom communication. So these also repeated 24 times. These questions have been coming 24 times. So effective classroom communication facilitates what? This is student dominated learning, student engagement and participation, rote learning. So student engagement and participation is the right answer. And effective characteristics of effective classroom communication also you must be seeing and going to the exam. So that's the one thing. So what are the characteristics? That is active participation, student engagement, collaborative learning, and reflection, and continuous feedback must be there. And then role of mass media society, this is also very important in nowadays. 23 times been asked. So role of mass media society. So mass media, what is mass media, you must be knowing, and the roles also, different roles, you have to understand the functions of mass media. So answer is all of the above here. So information mass media functions of mass media is information, education purpose, entertainment, persuasion, and socialization. So verbal communication, this also asked 20 times. Verbal communication, what is verbal communication, what is non-verbal communication, gestures, haptics, all these things are also important form of important things in uh, communication chapter. So verbal communication involves the use of words, gestures, body language, and it's very easy. So what is the right answer? Verbal communication is nothing but oral plus written. So written communication, so oral communication comes under lecture, discussion, debate, speech. Written communication comes email, reports, letters, noise, and notice. And the next one important thing is non-verbal communication. So verbal, non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication includes speaking, writing, facial expressions, and body language. So this is facial expression, body language. So different components of non-verbal communication is kinesis, proximis, haptics, chromics, paralanguage. And intercultural communication, this is also very important. 13 times asked intercultural communication. Intercultural communication is a communication between people from different age groups, cultural backgrounds. Cultural backgrounds is the right answer. So examples are there: Indian teaching and participants from different countries. And the next important question is effective group communication. That is effective group communication. How group communication can be effective. So effective group communication is characterized as dominance by a person, open communication and synergy, active participation is the right answer. Characteristics of effective group communication is open interaction, collaboration, synergy, shared decision making, and collective feedback. So overall, this is a glimpse of the important topics that has to be covered, that has to be known before going to write the paper 1 of UGC NET. So please go through this and finish. Thank you so much. If you like, share, subscribe to this channel for more updates. We'll see with the next chapter important questions in the next video.